I was listening to the radio today on the way here, and it was a radio show here in Glasgow, and they were like, "Oh, the World Indoors are here in Glasgow." It was like, "Yeah, that's something my grandma would watch like all day or something." And like, "Grandma, ugh." I'm like, "Wow, okay, we are now relating track and field to old grandmas."
How far?
That's not okay.
How far are you willing to go in order to try and make the sport scene?
I mean, anything that I can do that's in respectable bounds. Now, of course, I teeter the line a little bit and try to push the envelope further and further, but I can't go as far as to lose my contract.
And I was also thinking, you're nominated for Sportsman of the Year alongside Erling Haaland, which is Norwegian. What is your relation to him? Do you know who he is?
I have no idea who that person is.
Really? Okay.
Soccer player.
Soccer player? Oh,
yeah, he's huge in Europe. And
congratulations.
No, I'm sorry if this has been asked already, but what's your reaction to the silver?
I'm okay with it. There's definitely a lot of medals that I've gotten, even gold, that I haven't kept, but I'm definitely keeping this one. I feel like this one is going to be like, every time I look at that medal, I'm going to be like, that was the moment that everything changed in my career, and it went to a whole nother level. Unlike that bronze Olympic medal that sits in my cabinet.
How did this feel different to US Chance? Was it just that Christian, I guess, put his back end of his race together a bit better? Or?
I mean, he did a great job himself. Even ran faster. But I'd say there was that moment where I was about to make my move as well, and it kind of just didn't hit. And I was a little shocked in the race because I saw him. I'm like, oh, I'm in your pocket, and I was about to do what I do, and it didn't hit to the level that I knew it could. And that's why we have the race, isn't it?
But looking to Paris, do you still think you're the man to beat?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, I wasn't this close a year ago, or 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. I'm now this close. I'm the second fastest man in the world in the 60.
And
it's dangerous.
And having gone 6'4" indoors, what kind of time do you think that might convert to for you outdoors?
I'm sorry?
What kind of time do you think a 6'4" indoors might convert to over 100 for you outdoors?
Probably like 970.
No, there was
maybe faster. It's going to get faster as the year goes.
There was an unsubstantiated report that you had like a rat on your knee earlier today. Were you ailing at all in this?
Yeah, y'all need to get your facts straight. That's called flossing. Flossing is used to actually get lactic out of the legs. See, a lot of y'all just over here looking at it. You got red stuff on his legs. Y'all need to go do your history. Y'all need to go do your research. That's a great technique to flush out the legs. And that's what we were doing. We were flushing out the legs.
No, I missed it before, but with that new Adidas contract, what can you tell us about that new big contract that you got?
It's a lot of money. I can buy everything at the grocery store.
Is it the biggest contract in track and field right now?
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, that's what we said in the press release. It's been the biggest since Bolt. And I'd be shocked if somebody had a bigger one.
Are you sure that Mondo is not up there with it?
I'd be shocked if somebody had one bigger one.
And how important is that you guys can sign that kind of contracts now again?
For me, it just proves that if you have the personality and you have the ability to put people in seats, and what I'm doing is working, then it brings in more money. And hopefully the next generation sees that and tries to do the same thing in their own way.
You have good bonuses in there as well?
Yep, all that good stuff.
No, you are going from strength to strength. Is the sport going from strength to strength, in your opinion?
Strength to strength?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, what do you mean by that?
Your career is going from strength to strength. Do you feel that the track and field as a sport is going in the upwards direction?
Oh, okay, in the upwards direction. In some ways it is. In some ways it isn't. Yeah, in some ways it is, in some ways it isn't. There are some times that I'm like, okay, there's definitely the idea that everybody knows that it wants to change, but I feel there's a lot of different directions on which way to go to make it change. So as I'm looking around, I can only just say I want to support the people that I believe are going to take it in the direction that I think it should go.
Do you feel that you are consulted enough on that direction?
I do a pretty decent amount of consulting. It's kind of hard because I'm in the driver's seat of racing, but I am in a lot of different conversations. I try to get as many ears as possible And if I hear something new that comes up, I'm always the one who is interested in it and wants to say, hey, let me hear more information about that. Let me see if I can help in any way.
Final question: do you think we'll get to a time